Hello, 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 wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Not really.
Yeah,
Oh,
some works.
yeah. And since I'm learning Spanish,
Mm.
buenos
Buenas,
dias, buenas tardes, buenos dias, buenas tardes. Uh, I don't
buenas
know the
noches.
others. And
Buenas
hola,
noches.
and hola. Anyway, this is More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast, where we help you build a thriving business with me, Anna Angelova, business coach and consultant, and Joris Minasfand, my loyal co-host and business consultant. Happy Wednesday, Joris.
Hi, Anna. Happy Wednesday. Amazing, amazing day of our life. Everybody happy and smiley.
Happy and smiley, absolutely. And today we have something very interesting to discuss and a topic that I would say every business owner needs to listen to and understand. And this is all about email marketing services. And uh, you probably know if you have a business and you've been in business for a while, you probably know this. If you are just starting, you might not be aware. And the thing is that for us to be able to send emails as businesses to send emails, especially mass emails. And when we talk about mass emails, it's ultimately what it means is sending the same email to different people, mm, uh, to multiple people, like a lot of people. The thing is that for us to be able to do this, we need specialized service, we need specialized tools. Because if you try to send mass emails, like an email to 20, 30, 50 people or more through your personal, whether it's Google, whether it's Yahoo, or whatever you're using, your personal email, these emails will get flagged. These emails will not be delivered. And yes, from time to time, you might be able, like for personal purposes, you might need to send an email to 20, 50 people. If you're organizing a reunion or something like this, you might be able to send these kind of emails. Of course, it's not like you're not able to, but our personal emails, they're not suited for business purposes. And when it comes to business, we need an email service provider, someone like a tool that allows us to communicate through email with our prospects and our clients, with our community. And you might be thinking, oh, but I have a coffee shop or I have mm, I'm a plumber. Why do I need this? I don't need this kind of thing. Well, I would challenge you to stop thinking in terms of my business is different. Yes, businesses are different, of course. We all have our um, we all have our particular things for our businesses. Yes, we have our unique needs, absolutely, and that's why yesterday we were talking about the Thrive 360 business assessment. That the accelerator we have, that it's uniquely designed for you. It's not cookie cutter. We come, roll up our sleeves, and work with you to understand where your business is and what's the success path for your business, particularly. And when it comes to email, and when it comes to email marketing, every single business can benefit. Again, whether you are own a coffee store or you are a plumber, you can benefit. And to talk about a little bit about those systems, again, if you're in business, you probably know about it. If you're new, you might not be aware. Like, so these systems out there, email marketing services, like MailChimp is an example. Uh, ConvertKit, which was rebranded recently to Kit, is an example. Um, HubSpot is an example. And these tools, what they do is they allow us to send one thing, as I said, mass emails. This way we can send an email, a newsletter to everyone on our email list. They allow us to collect emails. They actually have features and capability that allow us to put on our website. We put a form where people can opt in. And the way it works, of course, is that especially with the different regulations and protections that are out there for internet and consumer protections. Europe with the, oh, Joris, I know
GDP, GDPR,
GDPR, yes,
the
and I know
privacy,
that California has protections. Canada also has
IPDA, and yeah.
Yes, yeah, there are a lot of consumer protections out there in terms of
Mm.
collecting data from people, in terms of communicating. So one of the things is that for you to communicate with people regularly through email, you need to get their approval, you need to get their opt-in. And if you are sending emails, including people in your newsletter when they have not opted in, this actually impacts your
Well,
delivery, and it's violation of our consumer rights. And unfortunately, even here in Canada, we've had experiences where, like, we recently joined the Richmond Hill Board of Trade, not even 3 months ago. And we started exchanging business cards, meeting with other business owners, and a couple of business owners actually added us to their newsletters without us opting in, just because we gave them a business card. Like, we gave them the business card and they added us to their email lists without us opting in. And I've noticed that for one of them, thankfully, all the emails go to spam. Like, they all go to the junk folder.
mm,
So, as a business owner, you really need to be careful and make sure that when you email people, you have their permission to email them. Now, if it's a one-on-one, like you email a customer, yes, you can do this emailing, of course, without any special email service provider like MailChimp or Kit or HubSpot. And you can actually do the one-on-one emailing through them as well. Like, they allow for this as well. But you can do the one-on-one emailing through Outlook, through whatever your email provider is for your business. So one thing that's really important is, again, the opt-in. And when it comes to having that kind of email service, one of the things is the, like, thinking about the why you need it. Like, you might be wondering, okay, so why do I need it? There are couple of, well, I don't know if it's a couple, but a few scenarios. So one thing is when someone joins your email list, like, first of all, actually, let's start with this. For you to build email list, and an email list is such a powerful asset for any business. So it allows you to build an email list with prospects, with people who are interested in some way or another. They're interested in your services, in your products. So first and foremost, it allows you to build that email list, to build that asset. And once you have an email list, you build a relationship with these people. You can start building a relationship. You can start delivering value and staying top of mind by emailing them regularly. And what the emailing regularly looks like, there are a few things that these different tools allow us to do. So one thing is when someone just joins the email list, a lot of times they join it because we've offered something. We've offered a downloadable, for example. We've offered something of value. So of course, what happens is usually what we do, we automate a sequence of emails that the first one delivers what we promised. Here's the link to the report. Here's the link to the checklist, whatever we've promised. Then after that, in that sequence, we usually have a few emails that introduce the business a little bit more, deliver some more value, and ultimately try to move that person to the next step, whatever this next step in the customer journey is. So they'll have find you ultimately when they join your email list. It means that this person now found you and they're interested in something that you have. So they kind of now know a little bit about you. So that sequence allows you email sequence that's predetermined, and people enter it and then of course exit it. It allows you to create even more of the know, like, and trust factor. So provide more about how you help, what you're the value you deliver, all these kind of things. Like you being human, like showing your uniqueness and quirkiness, and trust you, like your expertise, why your solution is the solution for them. And of course, like as I said, this sequence also allows you to move people to the next step. So after they opt in, what's the next step in the journey? Are you inviting them to have conversation with you? Book a call? Are you inviting them to come to your store on a particular day so they can buy a coffee for like half a price, or bring a friend and one coffee is free and the other is paid, like buy one get two kind of thing? So what's the next step in the journey? So this is one thing that we have, those journeys, those sequences of emails that are pre-created that allow us, especially when someone joins our email list or joins a program, it delivers this kind of result. And then the other type of emails, the other type of use cases for having an email list is, of course, staying on top of mind for people. It's about regularly emailing your prospects, your email list with valuable things, funny things. And again, the purpose is to keep on building the know, like, and trust factor and keep on moving people along the path. And when you think about all these different email service providers, like email marketing service providers, like they have so many functionalities. There's so much we can do where, we can actually segment buyers versus just prospects, people who have shown some interest by clicking on links in the email versus people who are not responsive at all. And it can get really complex and complicated where if it's this kind of person, send this type of email. If it's that type of person, send that type of email. And some of these actually make a lot of sense, because you don't want to send the same email to your clients that you send to prospects, especially when you are talking about your service. If someone has already gone through our Thrive 360 Business Clarity Accelerator, and especially if it's a recent client, we don't want them to go through it again. This is not, yes, 2, 3, 5 years from now, it might make sense for them to go through it again, depending on like if they have a new business, something has changed within the business. So a lot of value in having this. And mm, as I said, building that know, like, and trust factor. And uh, I know I mentioned, okay, so what if I'm a plumber? How does this apply to me? Think about it. Even as a plumber, like it's 40 degrees outside. There might be something that you can send today to your email list related to it's 40 degrees outside or summer is here. These are a few things you can do to
Service
uh,
your AC or
uh,
clean your ducts or
to yes, and then give them value. And then of course a call to action in your email can be, uh, if you need my help or whatever it is, here, call me, or whatever the way for them to contact you is. So even when you provide these kind of services, you have amazing opportunity to keep on building relationships, to keep on helping people. And when something happens, like if you are a plumber and someone has a leak suddenly, guess who they're going to contact? You,
you're in mind. Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
you
You're
are
top
top
of
of
mind.
mind. So, and I know I've been talking a lot about this.
No,
Joris,
I love it. I love it.
I'm wondering, in terms of how do you choose the best system for you? Uh, as I mentioned, so MailChimp is one that's huge. ConvertKit or just Kit is another one. HubSpot, although HubSpot can be a little bit on the higher end pricing, we do have
Mm.
I don't know if you call it white glove. Like what we use is FreedomKit, which actually combines all these kind of things. Go high level. Actually, our FreedomKit is based on Go high level, is the underlying kind of CRM as well.
Mm.
How, as a business owner, how do you choose the right email marketing service provider? How do you choose the best one? Like, what are some of
Mm.
the factors that a business owner should consider when they look at these systems?
Well, Thank you for a great presentation. I loved it. Again, your passion comes out so amazingly. First of all, thank you for calling me quirky. I've been called many things, but quirky has not been one of them. I now I'll just put a check mark on my resume. Quirky as well. But you mentioned, so when I was listening to you, a few things came to my mind. So you mentioned a few tools, and then you expanded those as not just tools, as systems. But and correct me if I'm wrong, you're the expert here. So what I heard, so go pick up MailChimp or FreedomKit. But I think, and we'll talk about how to assess those in a minute. But I think just like any other tool, it's what you do with it that is more important. And you mentioned a few things. Pick a tool, but build a system around it or with it. Some of them allow you to build that system. Like you said, there is MailChimp, the main engine and I remember MailChimp maybe I think 20 years ago or even longer when it started. It was simply a mass email SMTP service that would piggyback on your Exchange server, just send 2,000 messages or your newsletter to 2,000 people. But I think what they've done, they have now completed it more of a basis for you to build a system. And you mentioned one of them is that, and that is it allows you to collect emails, which
Yes.
before manual. So as long as, so just like we talk about people process technology, before you go there, build your system, build your process. What is it that you want out of this mass email to do? I want it to collect emails. I want it to be schedulable. I want it to be, maybe now I'm starting at 500 people, but I may go to 500,000 people. Is it
Scalable. Yeah.
scalable? So we talked about this a few sessions ago. If you heard us talk about, before you pick a tool, before you go to a technology, make sure it's scalable. So to answer your question, I know I digress as well. Build your system first. Make sure it covers your system. It's not just a tool, it's a system. And it could be that you scour the internet and you look at 4 or 5 tools, but they may not all of them be 100% matching to your system. 80% is enough. And also simplicity. You also mentioned it in our previous session. They need to be simple. You don't want to pick a tool that 6 months from now takes 50% of you or one of your team members' time to administer it. Self-sustaining, self-automated. So, yeah, and then build a system, go pick a tool. And one of the other things that we mentioned, test drive it before
Yes.
you're 6 months into that tool, and your really migration of that will take you 6 months, another 6 months of effort. Test drive it. And a lot of these subscription-based tools, they allow you to start from the beginning, give you 30 days, 14 days for free, for you to kick the tires. But for you to get full value of this free 30 days or 14 days, you need to have already built your system. Within hours, days, if not hours, you're able to actually ascertain if this tool works or not, if you have the right system. If you spend 28 days and you don't know where you are, stop, get off that system, go back to the drawing board, build this, get off that tool, go back to your drawing board, build the system first. And I think the system will tell you which tool is best.
Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right that you start with the process first, you start with the system first. Now, a lot of these tools, of course, like scheduling, they all have these, right? A lot of those features, like every single one has it. Another thing that came to my mind is also integration, how these things integrate. And again, the established ones, especially, they do have integrations with everything. They have integrations with Stripe, for example, so you can even collect payments. The established ones are pretty good, and it might come down to the cost. Ultimately, how much it costs for you to uh, pay for one versus the other, because some of them, as I said, MailChimp, HubSpot, they support even corporations. So they can do a lot of things and they can be a little bit heavier for small businesses. And of course, again, start with your system, start with your process. What do you want to achieve? Look at the customer path. Map the customer path and see what does it look like. So for the email as one of the channels, what does the customer path look here? And based on this, see what works for you, and test driving absolutely. And a lot of tools nowadays are drag and drop and things like this. Uh, it's just a matter of, first of all, understanding where your business is, what you want to achieve with this, and go test drive and pick one. And as I said in the beginning, no matter what kind of business you have, no matter what stage. Some tools actually, I think they might even have a free version that's like if you have less than whatever emails, you don't even pay. Or it's a very affordable. So as you are starting, if you're starting, definitely there are tools that grow with you. Where in the beginning, it's either for free entirely if you have less than, let's say, 100 emails. And as you're starting, this might be a great option. And building email list, highly recommended. You don't have to email them every single day. You don't even have to email every single week. It might be once every couple of weeks. Because as a plumber, for example, you don't have to email people every single week. You might email them every uh, couple of weeks, or just once a month even might be the right thing for you. With as temperatures change, as season change, it might be even this kind of communication, this kind of
Seasonal
schedule where
communication.
it's based on the changes in the seasons that you send from time to time. You don't have to be there every single day, every single week. It's really a matter of, again, what is your business? And any business, including construction, plumbers, small businesses, like B2B, B2C businesses, every single business needs to have this asset. And if you don't have it, go start building it. This is your homework. Go and start building it. And if you do have an email system, if you're already using, this is a reminder to go check and see what you have there. Are the things you have there still working? Maybe you need a revamp. Maybe you need to update some things. And if you haven't emailed your list in a while, again, this is your reminder to just, and it can be just an email, a short email written by you, no chat GPT, no LLM, just saying, I've been busy. Here are a few things. Appreciate you, whatever. Just send a quick note as you would send to a friend.
Absolutely. Love it. Love it. Great session as usual, Lana.
Oh, thank you, Joris. Yes, yes. And this is one of the technology things, like this is one of the tools that I truly believe that every single business needs to have. And if you don't have one, again, go and grab yourself one. There are so many options out there, including ones that are free as you're starting. And when we work with clients, we help them manage this. We will help them, well, not manage this, but we help them um, map the flow, understand things, how they're using it, why they're using it, all these kind of things. And if they don't have what, with the implementation, of course, like we help them choose one.
And
So
think tool as a system, not just a technology.
exactly,
Tool as a system that serves you a business purpose,
exactly.
right? And you mentioned those three purposes. Pick a tool, turn it into a system, and then it will automate a lot of your pain.
Yes, that's true. That's it allows you to, instead of you every time someone joins, you personally send thank yous and emails and things like this. They go through the same path. And of course, now with AI integrations, you can personalize a lot of things as well. So it's a great,
Actually, I
it's
was
a,
just
yeah,
checking the AI in the Teams in this meeting. Now Teams has AI. You can push a button, it will jump AI into your Teams meeting. Amazing, amazing where we're headed.
where technology is. Yes. Oh, I can't wait actually for tomorrow's conversation, by the way, speaking of AI. It will be an amazing one. So highly recommend you join tomorrow because it's a must. It's a must listen. There are some findings now from MIT. So we'll share it
Eye-opening.
tomorrow. We'll share it tomorrow. I highly recommend you join us. And for today, as I said, your homework is to get yourself an email marketing system. And if you have one, check and see how is it working and if you need to make any updates. And if you need help with any of these, we did share about our business clarity accelerator yesterday, our Thrive 360 business solutions. I'll add the link again. Go check it out. We are here to help you with the next steps in your business and highly recommend you check it out and apply.
Love it. Thank you, Anna.
Thanks,
Have a
Joris.
great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.